Good morning all. Welcome to Conduct Learning, How to Learning with Study. So we are at a chapter Acid, Bases and Salt, and this is a second chapter for class 10 science. So previously we have done all about acids, bases and salts. We understand that what is acid, what are the various type of acids, weak acids, strong acids, what are the properties of acid, how acid react with metals, carbonate, hydrocarbons, base, etc. What are the uses of acids? And after that, what is base and alkaline, what is the difference between the both, what are the different type of bases, how base react with metals, carbonates and acids, and after that we switch toward salts. How salts are formed, what are the various type of salt, how to form a salt, what is basic or common salt, how to prepare the different type of salts from a common salts. Now we switch toward the exercise of this question, this chapter. So first question is, when you have been provided with three test tubes, we having three test tubes. One of them contain distilled water, other two contain acid solution and base solution respectively. If you are given only red litmus paper, how you will identify the content of test tube? So basically what it is saying, what he is saying here, you are with a three test tube or three different solutions. One solution is distilled water, which is neutral solution. Second is acidic solution and third is basic solution. And you are only given with one litmus paper whose color is red. And you know that red litmus paper change its color when the solution is only base, and the color will be changed to blue. So if you want to check the acidic solution for this, you can simply check it by putting that red litmus paper into that solution, and you will be observe that the color of the red litmus paper will not change. That means to say the solution is acidic. But the same will be with water, with the neutral solution. When you will put red litmus paper in neutral solution or distilled water, the color of that red litmus paper will also not change. So if the solution is base, you can easily identify it. But when the solution is water or solution is acidic, you will not identify which solution is acidic and which solution is base. Then how to tackle this kind of problem? So the solution is, first of all, take three solution in three different test tubes A, B and C. After that, put a one drop of each solution on the red litmus paper. If red litmus paper is changed its color to blue, then the solution is base. So you will simply eliminate that solution, and the rest of the solution that contain water or acidic you have with you. Now, now put one drop of that solution which is base in these two different solution, neutral solution or acidic solution. Now if the drop of mixed solutions, like you have mixed base with water, you have mixed base with acid, and after that, after the mixing, if you will put the drop of these two test tube which contain water or which contain acid, and now after mixing the base which contain base or water which contain base and acid, if you put drop from each of the solution on red litmus paper, and that red litmus paper if change its color, the solution is water, because we mix base in the water, so the solution is become basic and it changed the color of red litmus paper to blue. On the other side, if base is mixed with acid and the drop of that solution is put on red litmus paper, if the you can see the color of that red litmus paper will not change, because the base neutralize the acids. So that's why it do not change the color of red litmus paper. So in this way, you can simply identify the three different solution with the help of a single litmus paper. So the same thing you can also read from there. If the color of red litmus paper gets changed to blue, then it is a base. If there is no change in color, this is acidic or neutral. If you have the two solution with you, acid and base solution, it is very easy to identify them. But when the solution is three, acid, base and water, it will be difficult for you to check it either they are base, acidic or neutral with a single litmus paper. So that's why the problems come here. So the basic solution you can easily identify by the red litmus paper. But what about the rest of two? The rest of the two will be only checked when they will mix with base. If water mix with base and will check by red litmus paper, it will be change its color to blue. Then mean to say the water become basic in nature and the solution is water. But when you will check the solution, the mixed solution of acid and base with red litmus paper, it will not change its color because the acid is neutralized with base. So this is the easiest way to find out. So I read this line also. A drop of the solution in A is put on the red litmus paper. Same is repeated with solution B and C. If either of them change color to blue, it is basic. And the rest of the two are water and acidic. Now we have to understand which solution is acidic and which solution is water. So out of the remaining two, any one can be acid or neutral. Now drop of basic solution is mixed with drop of each remaining two solutions separately. And then nature of the drop of mixture is checked. If the color of red litmus paper turn blue, the second solution is neutral. And the color not change, the second solution is acidic. Because acid is neutralized by the basic solution. And water become basic when it mix with base solution. So this is the easiest way to find out. Another question. Why should curd and sour substance not kept in brass and copper vessels? Curd and sours are containing acids, natural acids in it. And when they kept in brass and copper, which is nothing but the metals, when they kept with brass and copper vessels, it start reacting with it. And you understand that when acid react with metal, it form hydrogen gas. And that hydrogen gas is harmful for us. So do not put curd or sour substance in metallic vessels like brass and copper. So same thing is written there. Curd and other sour substance contain acids. Therefore, when they are kept in brass and copper vessel, the metal react with the acid to liberate hydrogen gas and harmful products form and which can spoil the food, which is harmful for us also. So do not use brass and copper washer to store curd and other source substance. So this is a simple thing. Next solution is metal compound like A react with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence, that means to escape gases. The gas evolved extinguish a burning candle. You understand this? A gas which can only extinguish, that means to say which will be unburn the burning candle, is only the CO2, carbon dioxide, because the candle required oxygen to get burned but carbon dioxide to get extinguished. So we have to find out a solution or a metal compound that should be produced carbon dioxide when react with hydrochloric acid. So we have to write down the chemical equation for the same. So here we take calcium carbonate CaCO3, which is metallic compound. When it react with HCl, HCl is nothing but it is a acid HCl, hydrochloric acid. When they both react, they form calcium chloride, carbon dioxide and water. So this carbon dioxide will help to extinguish a candle because this gas is getting produced by the reaction between metal compound, calcium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid to HCl. Next is, why do HCl, HNO3 etc. HCl is acid, HNO3 is acid. One is hydrochloric acid and another is nitric acid. Show acidic character in an aqueous solution. Aqueous solution is a solution mixed with water. While solution of compound like alcohol, glucose do not show acidic character. So this is one of the important thing to be get understand. Hydrochloric acid and NH3 HNO3, that is hydrochloric acid and nitric acid. When they both put in aqueous solution, they produce ions, H ions, H positive ions, or chlorine negative in HCl, NO3 negative in HNO3. So when HCl put in aqueous solution, it produces H positive ion, chlorine negative ion, and HNO3 when put in aqueous solution, it produces H positive ion, NO3 negative ion. Because of that, they show their acidic character. But when you put alcohol and glucose, they do not produce H ions. Either it contain H ions, but they do not produce that ions. That's why they do not show acidic character. You can simply look at the solution. The dissociation of HCl or HNO3 to form hydrogen ion always occur in presence of water, that is mean to aqueous solution. Hydrogen ion H plus combined with H2O, that is H2O is water. When H positive ion from HCl combined with H2O, it forms hydronium ion. This is written there. When HCl become aqueous solution, it produces H positive and chlorine negative ion. And this ion H positive, when combined with water, it forms hydronium ion H3O. But this is not happen with the aqueous solution of glucose or alcohol. Either they contain hydrogen ion. That's why they do not show acidic characters. Next is, why does an aqueous solution of an acid conduct electricity? Because they produce ion. The only answer is because they produce ion. The acids in aqueous state produce ions. That ions help to conduct electrons. That's why they conduct electricity. Acid associate in aqueous solution to form ions. The ions are responsible for conduction of electricity, because if there is no ion, there is no electricity. If there is an ion like positive ion, negative ion, cation, anion, they are responsible for electrolysis process, and they help to conduct electricity. Why does dry HCl gas not change the color of dry litmus paper? So here is the one of another important thing. A dry HCl do not change the color of dry litmus paper. So that means to say, if you want to change the color of litmus paper to get changed, you need either HCl in liquid form or either litmus paper in wet state. Otherwise the color will not change, because in wet state of litmus paper or in wet state of HCl, they can only form the ions, H ion, and the H ion is only responsible to change the color of dry litmus paper, to show that the solution is acidic. It is also written then, color of the litmus paper is changed by the hydrogen ions. Dry HCl gas do not produce H ions, H positive ion. It is only the aqueous solution that produce ions. Since either if the case of HCl is dry and we have to check it with the dry litmus paper, the color of the litmus paper will not change. If either the HCl is in wet state or either the litmus paper in wet state, it will be only change the color there. While diluting an acid, why it is recommended that acid should be added to water and not water to acid? So because of exothermic process. Exothermic is a process where heat is produced in huge amount. When we will add acid into a water, it will become an exothermic process, which will be produce a huge heat that will be produce a splash. So that's why we are recommended to add water into acid, because it is less exothermic. So this is always should be take care that acid should not added by water. The water should be added in the acid. The next is, how is the concentration of hydronium ion H3O affected when solution of acid is diluted? The concentration of hydronium ion will be getting reduced, because When the acid is getting more diluted, that means to say when we will add more and more water into acid, the acid will become weak. And if the acid will become weak, it stop producing more hydrogen ions and the concentration will be getting decreased because the mass of water is getting increased and the mass of acid is getting decreased. Because for example, if we take 2 milliliter of acid and 5 milliliter of water, at start it will produce hydrogen ions, hydronium ions, that means to say. If we will continuously increasing water into the solution, for example the acid will be only 2 milliliter but the water now become 10 milliliter, that means to say the mass of water will be increased but the acid is same. So at that situation the concentration of ions will be getting reduced. How is the concentration of hydroxide ion affected when excess base is dissolved in the solution of sodium hydroxide? Sodium hydroxide is nothing but NaOH, which is a base. When we will add more base into that, definitely the concentration of OH negative ion will be increased because the mass of the base solution is getting increased.